Hello everyone, looks like we have some information about the Commander 2018 decks. Some of this is a little bit older from a few days ago as of the making of this video. Kind of unusual compared to last year because this is actually how it's supposed to be. We're not supposed to get spoilers 3 or 4 months in advance. We got them in May last year for a set that was supposed to come out in August. The set will be coming out August 10th. And it's the same thing as before, only 4 decks this time. We have some artwork to go over, but we know the names of these decks and what exactly they're going to be. Exquisite Artifacts is going to be a blue-red artifact deck, obviously. Nature's Vengeance is going to be black, red, and green, so Jund, and it's going to have a land theme. Probably going to be something like Landfall. Don't know if they're going to promote land destruction in a precon. That would be kind of extreme. Adaptive Enchantments is going to be a blue, white, green deck. Bant, with an obvious theme around enchantments, which is going to be pretty good, and we're going to talk more about that with the artwork that we're going to see here. Subjective Reality is going to be an Esper deck, so white, blue, and black, and it's going to have a theme around top deck cards, so anything that synergizes with the top card of your deck, which is kind of unusual to have a theme around that, especially when we have other ones associated with enchantments and artifacts, and even lands, but who really knows what that's going to be. Now, going over the artwork, we don't exactly know which artwork is going to be for which deck. We have a zombie here. This is obviously from Innistrad. Probably going to be with the Jund deck, I would imagine, but nothing that really goes along with the themes I just read off. We have this gorgeous artwork here, which is from Theros. Obviously, it looks really cool. You see the sparkles. There was a huge enchantment theme here. This is obviously going to be for the Bant deck, which is going to be all about those enchantments. And then we have this creepy looking girl here in this swampy area. Kind of looks like Lorwyn. Might be in either the Esper deck or the Jund deck. At first I just looked at the artwork and I didn't actually read any of the information that we got, so I assume that this might be some sort of fairy wizard deck. But pretty cool looking artwork either way. Then we see the spider. Not exactly certain where that's going to end up, but it does look kind of cool. And then we have this lady here with all these masks that are just floating. Probably going to be in the Esper deck. She does look like she would be an Esper legendary creature or a planeswalker. That's also very possible. And the whole top deck manipulation does seem to be a control theme. She looks like the type of wizard in a control deck. And the last bit of artwork that we have here to look at is this knight. Now, she looks like she could be from Alara. I'm not a huge expert on the lore, but she does look like something from Alara as opposed to Dominaria, where we just had a theme with knights. So at first, that's where I thought that this knight was going to be. But seeing as the 4 decks that we listed off here, artifacts, lands, enchantments, and top decks, I'm not exactly certain where she's going to end up, but at least that leaves something to speculation. But anyway, that's gonna really do it for this video. I'm not really a huge fan of extremely long waiting periods from the time that we get the first spoilers or leaks until the actual product is released, because it does take away a lot of the anticipation, and I'm not as excited to play a 5-color dragon deck if we already know what most of the dragons are going to be before we even play it. And especially if that waiting time is 3 to 4 months, when we already know what that deck is going to be way before it even comes out. So I really appreciate the approach to Commander 2018, making sure that that information is kept a little bit more secure, at least a month before the product is supposed to come out. That's how it should be. Now, if you're unfamiliar, we already know that these are going to have some sort of synergy with Planeswalkers. Either these are going to be a continuation of the Planeswalker Commander type, which was something that they did in Commander 2014. Bringing those back for this set would be really cool, but it doesn't have to be Planeswalker Commanders. There could be Planeswalkers actually in the deck as one of the 99, as opposed to just being a commander. However, the likeliness of them doing that while also not making them playable as commanders would be very unlikely. So these are likely going to be commander planeswalker decks, where some of the artwork we just looked at is potentially one of those planeswalkers, at least one of them. I think that lady with the masks is probably going to be the Esper planeswalker commander. But anyway, hope you guys enjoyed this. Not a lot of people have covered this so far. I haven't really heard anything about Commander news. Everyone's still talking about Core Set 2019. I very much enjoyed that, but I am definitely looking forward to what Commander 2018 has to offer. As always, you guys have a wonderful day. Void here signing off. See you all next video.